Hello, I'm Kevin Callahan, CEO of the Axe Trading Network. Welcome to the Axe Trading Network Block Trading Mastery Course, Part 2, Initiate. The Axe Mastery Course is a series of 6 5-minute videos to take you through every aspect of using the Axe Trading Network. In Part 2, we're going to talk about some of the details around initiating auctions on the Axe. So Part 2 agenda, we're going to first talk about why to initiate. Next, we're going to talk about how to initiate. Then we're going to dive into some of the more advanced initiation options. We're going to look at some of the rules of trading on the Axe Trading Network. And finally, we're going to walk through a case study. So why initiate? Well, the real reason to initiate is to effectively sort through all this noise and reach out to counterparties that you want to trade with in a very protected fashion. So how to do that? Well, as we talked about in the overview, Axe is available on most major OMS, EMS systems via our broker partners such as Credit Suisse. So if we look at an example here of a Bloomberg order ticket and you were to pick Credit Suisse as your broker, you're going to see Axe as a new strategy there. If you simply add the letter I, that's going to initiate an auction on Axe. So let's look at some of the more advanced options. So if you just enter I, that's going to run what we call a public auction. So it's going to go to all members of the Axe Trading Network. But side is not going to be disclosed. So it goes out as what we call blind auction. What that means is we just show symbol and size of the auction: small, medium, large, extra large, and jumbo. But let's say you want to run a private auction and just go out to the buy side. In that case, you would add I and the letter B. So that's going to run a private auction. It's just going to go out to the buy side. Again, side not disclosed. If you want to go out to just the holders, you just add the letter H. We have all the 13F data, so we can push a message out to just the registered holders of the stock. And if you want to run a disclosed auction, you add the letter D. We're going to talk about the benefits of doing that in Part 5, but in that case you would run would be a private auction going to holders only, and the side would be disclosed. So let's talk about the Axe auction model, which should be very familiar to most traders. You know, auctions have been used for over 200 years. This is how trading actually first took place before exchanges were around. Auctions are still used to open and close the markets on most major exchanges. They're also used internationally quite a bit. And the auction was brought back recently in the wake of the flash crash with these new circuit breaker auctions. So let's talk about some of the rules of trading on the Axe. Well, first of all, it's 25,000 shares to initiate an auction and 5,000 shares to participate. A blind auction, meaning side not disclosed, does have to be priced within 1% of the market price. You can price your order up to 10% away, but in that case, you would need to run your auction disclosed. Orders can be pegged market or limit orders. At the end of the auction, the clearing price is going to be set at the price that maximizes the size of the trade. That could be within the spread, or it could be outside the spread. So we have a Reg NMS compliant market sweep mechanism that allows people to trade where they want to trade. If there's an overlap of prices, we're going to default to the price that's closest to or including the midpoint price. So let's say we have a very aggressive buyer and an aggressive seller. We're not going to penalize either of them. They're going to be matched at the midpoint. The initiator can be shut out of their own auction, so it's true price competition that way, if their price is outside the clearing price. Allocation is pro rata, so the more you put into the auction, the more you get out, but we do give a preference to the initiator. So the initiator will get at least 70% of the print. So let's look at a case study, and this is a real trade that took place on the Axe. So the stock was PPO, Polypore, pretty typical of a stock that trades on the Axe. It's about $1.5 billion company, trades around 900,000 shares a day. You know, in this case, there's just 63,000 shares on the tape. Stock's trading around 33.72. So initiator comes in, they route an order to initiate an auction, and they're looking to buy 39,000 up to a 66-cent limit. Our system then pushes out these invitations to trade to selected participants, and we get one participant routing an order in to sell, and they'll sell 100,000 shares down to 63-cent limit, and we get another who's a buyer that will buy up to an 80-cent limit, and that's going to trade 79,000 shares crossed at 66 cents. So 66 cents is where we could maximize the size of the trade, and everyone's pretty happy with that trade. You know, the initiator gets their full number at their limit price. The other buyer certainly is happy. They were willing to pay up to 80 cents. And they got a match at 66 cents. And even that seller was willing to sell all the way down to 63 cents. They get 3-cent price improvement, and they get to sell 79,000 shares, which is greater than 100% of what's on the tape already in a single block print. So pretty good example of 3 natural counterparties that all put in limit prices. And again, the HFTs could be moving this price all over the place, but they all come in with where they want to trade, and the system finds a match that satisfies everybody. So that completes part 2 of our Axe Mastery course. Please come back for additional details about using the Axe. And as always, please feel free to reach out to us with any questions. You can send us an email, give us a call. You can learn more at our website, axetrading.com. Thanks for joining me today. We look forward to seeing you on the Axe.